In this example, we will see how we can merge two data tables data into one and store into one Excel sheet. So for this, I have created one workflow, that is merge two data tables data YAML file. So I'm going to open this. Here it is, and there are two Excel files. So in this first Excel file, let's have two sheets. One is user detail 1 and the second one is user detail 2. So here in user detail 1, first name, country and date and ID is there. Just 4 columns are there. And in user detail 2, ID is there but first name is not there. There is a last name, gender and age. My requirement is I want to merge the both sheet data into one. So the final data should come like ID, first name, last name, gender, age, country and date in just one Excel sheet. I have taken one more Excel sheet here in which I am going to remove this data. So this is a blank sheet and the sheet name is final user detail. So close this, all tabs, and for this, first of all, we will read the data from the two different sheets. So for this, I am going to take one activity, that is Excel application scope. Excel application scope, that is inside this Excel. So here it is. I am going to point the path of the Excel file, this one. Here, for reading the data, I will use read range activity. So in this Excel sheet, in the first Excel sheet, first of all we will read this first sheet data. So going to copy this, Control C, and in the read range I will provide this sheet name here, pasting here, and I am not putting any cell value here, just double quote I am keeping here. It means that it will read the entire data that is available inside the user detail 1 sheet. Again I am going to keep one more read range activity here, and this time I will point this Excel sheet, user detail 2, to read the data from this Excel sheet. So double quote, paste here and keep it as it is. But see, here I have not provided the data table variable. Whenever the data comes from the sheet, it will store into one variable. That should be a data table type. So here Control K, and I will put the name as sheet or like user detail 1 DT. Enter. For this, I will provide user detail 2 DT. Enter. Sorry, Control K, user detail 2 DT. Enter. So here in the variable pane, we can see there are two variables are available. The variable types are data table types. So these two sheet values 1 and 2 is stored. We have stored here inside this data table. User detail 2. Enter. Now the next step will be I will make one primary key. So here in this sheet, whatever the common data will be available inside sheet 1 and sheet 2, I will make it a primary. So here we can see the ID in this sheet and ID in this sheet is common for both. So I am going to make this column, ID column, as a primary. So for this I will take one assign activity here. Drag and drop here. I am keeping this outside of this Excel application scope. And here user UD1 DT. See, when I am typing the variable name here, it is not visible. Why? Because the scope of this variable is up to the do only. So here up to here only. But my requirement is to access up to here. So I will change the scope of this data table up to sequence. So let me change this up to sequence. So now when I click over here, now it is showing. Earlier it was not showing. So this time I will put UD1 DT dot primary key. I want to make it primary. I want to select one primary key from this data table. So the syntax is ud1dt, the data table name dot primary key is equal to new space data column after this inside this the data table name. So our data table name is ud1dt dot the columns, whatever the columns you want to make primary, that column name we have to define here. So braces, double quote, ID. We want to make the ID as a primary key. So that's it. Enter. Here we can, some error we have did. Double quote we have by mistake kept here 2 times. So let me identify where we have here. See here, I have not kept one braces, closing braces here. Now it's okay. Control S. The same process I will apply for the second data table. So I'll keep the assign activity here, and this time I'll take this ud2 data table dot primary key, and I'm going to assign the variable. Here we are, what we are doing, we are creating one object. New is the keyword for creating one object. And this part, let me open this so that it will be more easy to explain. Here, new is the keyword to create one object. Here, in this part, we are selecting the column ID and from which object we want to select. So for that we have kept here the object name. So this is the data table and we are considering it as a data table. In this data table, we are selecting columns and we are passing the column name. So it is filled that column name. Code I will copy and paste here. Let me open this, paste here. But changes required is the data table name. Earlier it was ud1dt, now ud2dt. Okay, save it. My next requirement is we have collected the data from the sheet 1 and stored into the data table 1. The same we have done for the second sheet, and now we have made the primary key for both of the sheet. Now we have to match the both sheet and make it one another sheet. So for this I will take right range activity. So here we have the right range activity. I'll drag and drop here, and it is asking that on which sheet you want to write. So since I want to make a separate sheet, so this right range activity will not work. Why? Because it is asking sheet name, data table, and the cell. But the Excel file name it is not asking. So for this, I will take one Excel application scope also. This activity is required. So here, I provide the Excel sheet name. On this sheet, I want to write the data, and this activity I'll keep inside this do. So in this, let me open this sheet. See here, in this file, the sheet name is final view detail. So I'll copy the name here and paste it over here. We'll provide the sheet name here, paste, and what this cell address is here, you can see starting cell. So it means that from where the data should be starts writing. So if we will keep here V2, so the data will be start writing from here. If we will put here C5, then it will start writing from here. So it works something like this. So I will not change it because my requirement is to write from here only. So I'll keep it as it is now. For this, I'll provide the ud1dt. But one thing I forgot to apply here. We have collected the data and stored into the data table. We have made it a primary key, and here we are writing, but we are not merging the both table values. So for this, we have one activity, that is invoke method. So I will search it, invoke method here only. Inside this programming execute, one invoke method is there. So I will keep just before the writing the data into the third cell, just in between, after making the primary key and before writing the data. So here we have lots of options in the property pane, the generic type, argument, method name, parameter, and all these things. So we will discuss one by one. Here the target type it is asking. So for this I will keep it null. The target object, this is the value from where on which we want to write the data. So the target object I will keep it UD1DT, the first data table. What I am doing here, I am collecting the data from DT1 and merging it to the data UD1DT. Here, see here, I have kept here the object name, the target object name is, so it is reflecting here. But suppose our requirement is to collect the data from the UD2DT, so we will provide in this parameter. So here we have to provide the direction that on which direction the data should come. So the direction it should be the data should come. So that's why we provide the in type, not out type. We have three options: in, out, and in out. So in type, and this should be a data table type, and the value UD2DT. Okay. The last option method name. So we want to merge it. So I'll write it MERGE, merge. MERGE. Control S. See the error. No more error. Now I'll execute before executing the program. I'm going to close this Excel sheet. Now I'll run the workflow. So here the workflow is running. See, it executed without any exception. Now I will open the sheet 3 and see whether the data has been written. So now we can see here the data, whatever our requirement was, is available here. But see, one thing is missing, the header part. Why? Because we have not selected the checkbox header here. For at the time of reading the data, we have read the add headers, and read for data sheet 2 we have also checked it. But at the time of writing, we have not selected this add header option. So this time I have selected and I will execute the workflow. The header should come this time. Now we can see here. This time the header is coming and the data is coming perfectly. The first name is there, country, date, last name, gender, and all data has been merged and has been written. So that's it.